Hi, welcome to Country Carnivore. Normally I talk about cooking, but today I just want to talk to new carnivores, and I'm going to do a new playlist that'll be tips for new carnivores. So, a little bit of background. There's some wasps out here. I started my carnivore journey, I guess, in April of 2024. So at this point, I'm a year and 3 months into this, something like that. Anyway, and there's some things I learned along the way. So let me just start by saying that the reason I started doing this was because I was on 3 heart medications, 2 of them for hypertension or high blood pressure, and then another one was for SVTs, right? So I have my heart would race. It would just be over 200 beats a minute really fast out of the blue for no reason. So actually I had heart surgery to fix it, and it grew back. The problem grew back, and so medication. Um, anyway, I basically went to the doctor. The medications weren't working well. I was supposed to be put on another medication, and really out of spite, I was like, I'm not doing this, right? I talked to my dad about it, and my dad was saying, you know, uh, is this a medication you can be on for 50 years? I'm 50. I was 52 at the time, and that kind of kept ringing through my head, right? Is this medication you can be on for the rest of your life? Like, what's it going to do to you? So we live long in my family. So it's a legitimate question. So I started thinking about it, and I was like, I'm not taking these pills that aren't even doing a great job. And who knows what they're doing to my poor organs, right? And I had heard that the carnivore diet could help with hypertension. That's all I knew. So I started, and it was fantastic. So the reason I'm telling you this backstory is because my whole goal was to get off of these medications. I went to my doctor. We had a whole plan, at the point at which I felt I could start weaning off of them. How do I do that? Which one goes first? Right? We had a whole plan. And I was excited. And I figured about, a month later, I would be able to implement that, and we'd just start, drawing down. That's not what happened. A whole bunch of other things happened, and I'll list everything that healed. But holy cow, the reason I went in was for this heart medication. And my body just took over and did whatever it wanted. So I wasn't even able to begin coming off of those medications for 6 months. I had a lot of healing to do. And I thought that was my only issue, and I was wrong. Um, anyway, my point here is you may have started the carnivore diet for one reason or another. And I'm glad that you started. And my cooking is just to give you some variety to keep it interesting as you're going down this path, right? If you don't want to actually have just hamburgers every single day for the rest of your life, or steaks. But the reason that you started it is that's your reason. Your body has its own agenda, which you will soon discover if you haven't already. And the only thing I can relate this to is, as a mother, I'm sorry guys, but when you go into labor, your body is like, hold my beer, I got this. And it just takes over, and it starts doing stuff and squeezing your belly and doing crazy things to get this baby out. And you have no control over it. I know they tell you to breathe, but I think that's just a distraction. But anyway, your body knows what to do, and it just takes over. And, we've heard our whole lives to, diet and exercise, diet and exercise. Scrap that from your head. It's going to be hard because you've heard it 1,000 times. But it's nourish your body, nourish your body, nourish your body. Your body will take over, and it will tell you what it needs, and it will do what needs to be done first. You don't know what's broken inside of you. Your body does, and it will fix it. And it'll get around to the parts that you find annoying, right? Um, it'll get there. But just trust that if given the correct nourishment over time, you'll reach your goals at some point, but your body's going to reach its goals first, and that's fine. You have to kind of sit back and let it happen. The other thing is, as far as the exercise piece of this, let your body heal. I thought I was going to start this and I was going to start running 5Ks a day again, like I used to. I thought all that was going to kick in. It was a good year, before I actually was like, okay, I have so much energy to burn. I have to do something physical or I'm not going to be able to sleep at night, right? Because I have so much energy. I'm so healed. Um, and I know I'm not done yet, but there is a point at which your body will tell you, hey, I want to go out and play, right? I want to do some stuff. I want to pick up heavy things, whatever. It will tell you. In the meantime, trust that it knows what it's doing, nourish it well, and trust that this ancient being, we've been here a long time, humans, that is. There's a reason we were successful. Our bodies know what to do. So that's my tip to you. Just have grace, but also realize that your goals are not your body's goals. And sit back and watch because you'll be amazed at the things that heal that you didn't even know needed healing. It will blow your mind. So you're along for an amazing ride. If you've started this, you've given yourself the greatest gift you'll ever give yourself. Um, it's a challenge. There's a lot of different elements to this, but holy cow, guys, the results when you come out the other side, or at least start coming out the other side, are well worth it. So welcome to the journey. These are just some thoughts I have for new carnivores. Appreciate you coming to the channel. Thanks.